This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 159, Alcohol and Weight Loss, the 4D Fat Loss Guide for Losing Body Fat and Having a Social Life, Part 2, by Deen of JCDFitness.com, and I'm Dr. Neil. Welcome back to Optimal Health Daily. Happy Thursday. This is where I act as your narrator and read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs out there. By the way, if you follow any fitness blogs and wish I'd read it to you, let me know. Come by oldpodcast.com to get in contact with me. Today's actually a continuation from yesterday's show. Sometimes I break them up into smaller bits so that these episodes stay relatively short. Today's will be pretty short, so if you're new here or browsing around, you should probably listen to Wednesday's episode first before hearing this one. That's episode 158. Now, I actually think I'm due for giving you all another inspirational quote. So here we go. Quote, "It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities." J.K. Rowling. What I really like about that quote is that really it's kind of the theme of this show, and it's what I try and encourage others to consider. Remember, you may not be the best weightlifter or runner or dieter, whatever it is, but it's really you making the choice to take that first step that counts. It's you sticking to it, making the decision to keep at it. And really, that's when we see those results start to kick in. So even if you feel like you don't have the ability yet to succeed in whatever health goals, whatever goals in life that you set for yourself, keep at it. It will click, I promise. All right, let's get this show going and start optimizing your life. Alcohol and Weight Loss, the 4D Fat Loss Guide for Losing Body Fat and Having a Social Life, Part 2, by Deen of JCDFitness.com. Here I'm going to discuss the guides pulled straight from the 4D Fat Loss Main Guide. Enjoy. On the days you decide to drink, the main idea is to create a sink for extra calories. On these days, especially if it's a lower calorie day, you'll want to create a buffer by setting your daily calories at around maintenance. If you can maintain the goal deficit calories, all the better. For these examples, we're going to assume an average maintenance intake of 2,500 calories and a protein goal of 180 grams per day. My go-to drink ideas are as follows, but this is totally up to you, in order of least impact with regards to calorie loads. Any hard liquor or spirit, 1 shot, plus diet soda. A 1-ounce serving is about 80 calories. Wine, a 5-ounce serving is 120 calories. Cider or beer, a 12-ounce serving is 180 to 200 calories. When I'm looking to drink with friends, relax, and feel a good buzz, I mostly go with rum or vodka mixed with diet soda. The drinks only version. If you and your pals want to go out at night to get drinks only, somewhere in the 2 to 4 range, then these guidelines are golden. Aim to hit your protein and fat intake for the day. Aim to keep fat to 15 to 20% of your total calories. So this equals about 180 grams of protein and a maximum of 40 grams of fat. Cut out the total amount of carbohydrate calories from the total amount of drinks you plan to have. For example, 4 shots of vodka is about 320 calories. 320 divided by 4 is 80 grams of carbohydrates to spare for drinks. The drinks and food version. If you're going out and want to get drinks somewhere in the 2 to 4 range, plus dinner, these guidelines are for you. Aim to hit 80% of your protein intake for the day. Aim to hit 60% of total maintenance calories before dinner during the day. For someone at 2,500 calories per day, you'll aim to hit 1,500 total calories, or 60% of your maintenance intake, and 144 grams of protein, which is 80% of your goal intake. To make this even more effective, I'd limit my fat intake throughout the day to about 10 to 15% of calories, which comes out to about 15 to 25 grams, to make sure you have some room for your dinner meal and drinks. Make sure you choose foods that are low in fat for dinner. This way, you'll be right at maintenance or just over without worrying too much about stalling your fat loss for the week. Attention. Remember, with these strategies, you'll be on fewer calories, so getting shit-faced will be an easy feat. Pace yourself, and always be responsible when drinking. This stuff is poison, quite literally, it's poison to the human body, and it can kill you. People die every single day from alcohol overdose, to the tune of 88,000 deaths per year just in the United States. I actually don't advise drinking at all, but I know people are going to do it. I get these questions a lot, so I know these guidelines will be helpful when you want to enjoy some drinks with friends and not sabotage your diet and results in the process. Please be careful if you decide to drink. I am not encouraging you to drink at all. I just want to give you these guidelines if you're wondering how to incorporate drinking into your diet. Drink at your own risk. It's best not to do it at all. I'm not your daddy, so do whatever the hell you were going to do anyway. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled Alcohol and Weight Loss, the 4D Fat Loss Guide for Losing Body Fat and Having a Social Life by JC Deen of JCDFitness.com. When I first read through parts 1 and 2 of JC's posts, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to read this on the show without completely going outside my comfort zone? But I loved these last few statements that he said. He was just trying to provide options for those of you that do drink and want to lose weight at the same time. But his disclaimers at the end really brought it home for me. That really he doesn't encourage people to drink at all. And I'm the same way. When I work with clients, if they do drink already, I'm going to want to make sure I moderate that. But I don't encourage people to start drinking. There are some studies out there that show that moderate consumption of alcohol will lower your risk for certain cardiovascular diseases, for example, like stroke and heart attack. But at the same time, when we look at larger population-based public health style measures, we don't want to go out and say, hey, consume alcohol because it's going to lower your risk for cardiovascular disease. Why? Well, alcohol is going to affect everybody differently. And how much, the dose, and how often it's consumed is really what it's all about. And so people can misinterpret things if we say, alcohol will lower your risk for disease. You can see how that'd be really easily misinterpreted. And in fact, the Harvard School of Public Health has been a proponent saying that, we know alcohol consumption, when in moderation, will reduce risk for certain diseases. But at the same time, if you read what they say right after that statement, they say, but if you don't drink, there's no need to start. Because guess what? You can get those same benefits by following a healthy lifestyle, by eating whole foods, by exercising, managing your stress, all the stuff that we always talk about on this show. So I thank you so much, JC, for putting all of this back in perspective. All right. If you want to help keep this podcast alive and well, we have a How to Help page set up at our website, oldpodcast.com. You can contribute financially to keep things running, or if you're not able to do it at this time, we completely understand. There are actually a bunch of other things listed there that you can do to help us out. We'd greatly appreciate it. Again, you can visit oldpodcast.com and look for the How to Help page, or you can go to oldpodcast.com/support. Tomorrow's Friday already with our usual Friday Q&A show where I answer your questions. So definitely come back and listen for that, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.